Hello everyone, it's Brightmaster here, and today I have a LEGO Kingdom set to review. This is the 7188 King's Carriage Ambush from 2011. This set comes with 286 pieces, was rated for ages 6 to 12, and cost you $40 back when it was in stores. This is an incredible looking set. I really like the carriage, and really everything about this, so let's look at the instructions to be the first part of the review. Alright, so here are the instruction booklets. There are two, and they both come with 48 pages. So the first one here is for building the carriage itself, and of course both of them come with the little box that tells you what pieces you need for each step. And the back of this one, of course, has the boys screaming win, the parts count. Here it tells you to get the LEGO magazine. Here is advertising LEGO Universe, the video game. And here is advertising other Kingdom sets that were released. And I only have these two. This one is in pieces, and the bottom plate broke, so yeah, I can't rebuild that anytime soon. But these are sets that I don't have, and I would like to one day get them. And here it shows you some of the features of the set. And yeah, it's basically it for the instructions. Alright, so here are the minifigures that come in the set. There are a total of 6, including the 2 horses as well. So the first minifigure right here is the king. And this, before the joust, was the first and only set that I had that came with this minifigure. So yeah, that's what he looks like. He looks quite good. He has his velvet cape. He has his very expensive looking clothes. He has a little chain here with a lion up there, and he has a cross as well. He has a nice golden crown. And if you lift off his crown, you can see he has a white beard and mustache. So, very great looking minifigure. However, this sword right here is quite damaged, and for some reason the chrome just wants to peel off. I think that was made quite cheaply, but yeah, it does bother me a bit because it looks quite bad, especially from, yeah, that side. So yeah, unfortunately there's nothing I can really do about that. Here's the back of the minifigure, but overall, besides the sword, this is a very nice looking minifigure. Oops, I accidentally knocked down the driver, but this is what he looks like. He has a whip, so you can crack it to make the horses run faster. And that's what he looks like. He has the little coat of arms there. I think it looks quite nice. And if you lift off the helmet, you can see he has a very, looks a little bit nervous but determined kind of face. And if you look at the back, you can see he has some torso printing at the back. And he also has a scared looking face. That's probably when the Dragon Knights are attacking him and the king. Over here is the Dragon Knight. That's what he looks like. Very nice minifigure. You can see he has some chainmail armor, and he has a chain. I think it's a belt, yeah, and he has an axe, and he has some back printing as well. Very nice. The chain wraps around, and if you lift off his helmet, he has a very evil-looking smile. So yeah, he's the head especially is a very common one. Here is the second Dragon Knight, and he is missing a tooth right there. If you can actually know, it's a golden tooth, and that's what he looks like if you lift off his helmet. So, same torso print that you get for the Dragon Knights quite often, but he is holding a spear, and he's also holding a fish, so I assume he's going to be eating this while he's camping out in the middle of the forest. But, yeah, that's it for the human minifigures. And here is the horse, and I think that he looks quite good. He has this helmet right here, which makes him look like a unicorn a little bit. And he has all of these clips here to attach him to the front part, where of course you can pull the carriage. But you know, this is the old style of horse. I do like it a bit, and of course you can make the head move up and down. Yeah, it's basically it for him, and if you lift up his helmet, you can see that's what he looks like. So yeah, that's it for the minifigures. Carriage itself, and I think it looks quite wonderful, really. I really like the golden wheels on it. I like all of the decoration and the flags and the axes on the side, but before I get into this, I'm going to just show you how to attach the horses. So you basically just take this front area and you just attach it on like this. I think it's very effective, looks quite smooth, and yeah, everything looks really, really good. And you can see this is attached to the main part of the carriage using one of these ball joint pieces, and I think that looks quite nice. And over here, of course, is a brown chair for your driver to sit. So I'll just go ahead and take him and sit him on right there, and I think he looks quite good. He sits quite high, so of course he can oversee everything. And you can see as well here there's a shield and an axe. So it's the same thing on the other side. And if you look inside the carriage, you can see there's a little bench, and that is of course where the king sits. So in order to gain access to here, you have to lift this up and you just set the king inside, and he sits quite well. You have to lower his sword a little bit, otherwise you won't be able to get the roof on, but yeah, I think that looks really good. I like the curvature, and the golden pieces up here really provide a nice looking detail. And back here is an action feature, so what's supposed to happen is while the king is just in his carriage and he's driving somewhere, the carriage is supposed to go over something bumpy, I guess, which causes the treasure chest to fall down. I do think that this is a pretty insecure place to keep your treasure, but yeah, I guess it's fine because it's a play feature. But if you open up the treasure chest, you'll see there's a goblet, there is a golden coin, and there is also an emerald and a ruby, so that's quite nice. Some precious stones and things like that. That's nice to have. I always enjoy getting those kinds of pieces. But yeah, it's basically it for the carriage. So here are the two trees that have been booby-trapped so you can attack the king once his treasure has fallen off of the carriage. So the first one here that we'll look at is the smaller one. It's smaller, but it is a bit taller. And this is what it looks like. It has a green plate as for its base. And it all looks quite normal until you get over here. And this is where the trap is. So all these trees have been set up so it'll delay and destroy the carriage and everything. But back here you can see there's this hammer, and the hammer can swing forward if you push this black piece down. So this is what you get. So you can be attacking the Lion Knights like that quite well. I think that's a pretty effective weapon. And again, that's what it looks like. So very nice looking trap. And over here there's this other tree, and it has a spider web piece, which is really nice. And of course there's a spider on there, a very large one at that, especially in proportion to the minifigures. And here of course are some really nice looking branches, and I've actually had no issues with these pieces breaking, so that's always a good thing. And over here you can see there's this flick fire missile, which is this tree's trap. So you just of course flick it and there you go, it'll fire. I would not suggest flicking the flick fire missile without holding this down, because this is just attached by two pieces, so it might plop out. Over here you can see there is a little seating area or something, and there's a little bottle of wine or ale, so you have to stay hydrated when you're waiting to ambush someone in a forest. So yeah, that's basically it for this set. Alright, so for my overall thoughts on this set, this is definitely one of my favorite Kingdoms sets, and one of my favorite medieval sets as a whole, and I would highly, highly recommend this if you're a medieval fan. So I would spend up to maybe $60 on this set if I wanted to get it now. Stick around for more Kingdoms reviews, because they will be on the way along with other medieval sets. So that's it for this video. I'll see you all later. Bye.